All right, we're ready to go. Elena's in a big hurry. We got to hit the road quick.
Well, you're the one that's dawdling, taking pictures.
I am dawdling.
Okay.
All right.
Is that the video recorder?
Yes, it is.
That's audio?
Yes, it does.
You should have told me that earlier.
All right, we're on the way. See you in Bakersfield. Well, here we are in Merced at a rest stop. We're about 100 miles out of Sacramento, and we stopped here for a quick lunch and to let Buddy stretch his legs. About 10 miles out of town on the road, Elena had to go to the bathroom because the jostling was putting pressure on her bladder, so we had to pull over earlier than expected. And that kind of put us behind a little bit. But now we're on our way. We should get to Bakersfield at the campground there probably around 6 o'clock, 6:30. So we'll have a bite here. We have about 200 miles to go, and hopefully we'll be able to go straight through. There's a lot of traffic today. Not a lot of RVs on the road, but a lot of cars and trucks, more than I would have expected. So anyhow, we'll sign off for now and check in later. Bye. Well, it's 6:45. We're here in Bakersfield at the Orange Grove RV Park. Got here about 5:45. I unhitched quickly and ran off to get some gas. Took 30 gallons of gas, and I went exactly 300 miles. So I got 10 miles to the gallon coming down here, which is not too bad. This is a nice park. We've stayed here before. Really nice this time of year. It's not too hot at all. Very pleasant weather. And the orange blossoms on these orange groves are in bloom. And so it really smells fragrant. We're going to pull around to the trailer here in just a second. Well, here we are, day 2, Friday, Good Friday. It's about 11:40. We're at the rest stop on Highway 58, right around Boron, about 70 miles or so out of Bakersfield. We thought we'd stop here. We had breakfast before we left, and we got off to a good start, early start. So we're hoping to be in Vegas around 2 o'clock, 2:30. Traffic is good, weather is good. Weather is great, actually. And for the desert, having been at this rest stop so many times when the weather's been absolutely freezing or boiling, it's really quite nice. So too bad it's not like this more often. Anyhow, just taking a quick stop. Got a lot of things happening at work, so I've got the BlackBerry with me and have to take care of a few things. That's another reason why we'd had to stop today. Anyhow, we will be leaving here shortly, and we'll probably make one more stop along the way. Here comes Elena. Let's see if she gets out of the trailer okay. It looks like she did. So far so good, and we'll check in again later.
Okay, it's recording. So where are we?
Well, we're about halfway between Barstow and Baker.
So that means what time does that mean we'll arrive?
Well, we're probably going to stop in Baker and just for 20 minutes for a quick break, maybe grab a quick bite to eat. We probably should be in Las Vegas maybe around 3 o'clock.
Okay, how's the weather so far?
Weather's excellent. Great springtime weather, light wind, cool temperature, and traffic is not that bad. I thought there would be more traffic going to Vegas, but maybe we're going early enough in the day where we haven't caught the LA traffic yet.
So what's the plan when we arrive in Vegas?
Well, that's a good question. We'll get set up at the campground, and then I'll check the internet and see if I've heard from any of my family there, and then we'll take it from there.
So the next stop is where after Vegas. Where are we heading?
After Vegas, we're going to Virgin, Utah, which is 10 miles outside of Zion National Park.
Oh, okay. What's the name of it again?
Virgin, Utah.
Virgin?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like a virgin?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly right.
All right. Well, I didn't think Utah would have names like that. What?
It's Utah. Well, that's true.
Okay.
All right. Well, that will be all for now. We'll check in a little bit later, maybe when we get to the campground, or maybe I'll take a shot of the thermometer in Baker, the world's largest thermometer.
This is a thermometer?
Yeah. So we'll see you then.
All right.
Hey, what's for lunch?
Sandwich. The usual.
The usual?
Need the cutting board. Where's the cutting board?
I think it's in that cabinet. Well, we ended up not stopping in Baker. There was a rest area about 25 miles past Baker, so we went to the rest area instead.
Are you videotaping yourself now?
Yes, I'm videotaping you.
Oh, but you're narrating, right?
As always. So, where's Buddy?
On the floor.
Buddy's waiting for a handout. He's having a good time so far.
He's been asleep most of the time.
Like I said,
Is that your definition of a good time?
Well, for a dog, that's vacation for a dog.
That's what he does day in, day out.
Well, more so.
That's his routine.
That's true. That's true. So it is 10 to 2. We'll be here for about 20-25 minutes. We're only an hour from Vegas.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So we should be there still around 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30 at the latest. It's on the south end of town before the Strip. So I will report back later with something new and different and exciting. Right? Tons of excitement, right, Elena?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna get an Emmy for.
You see me jumping up and down. Right?
Yeah, we're gonna get an Emmy for all this video work. All right.
Well,
Signing out for now. Greetings from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Oasis RV Resort. Elena and I pulled in about 3:30. Took our time getting here. Filming right into the sun. Very, very nice trip. Pulled the Baker grade, no problem. Got over to Tehachapi, no problem. Truck did great. Just came from the gas station. Paid $3.89 a gallon here, as opposed to $4.15 yesterday in Bakersfield. So I felt like I really got a deal. This seems to be a pretty nice place. South Las Vegas, just across the highway from the Silverton Hotel. They have a security guard here, probably wondering what I'm doing. This is where you check in. You pull into these spaces here, and then you go straight ahead into the clubhouse to do your registering. And beyond that clubhouse is a beautiful pool, kind of like a resort hotel pool, with spa and grounds, green grounds. Looks like a hotel casino type pool. And I may well go there tonight and take a swim. When we got here, the weather was in the low 80s. A little bit hot, had to put the air conditioning on, but it's going to cool down to probably about 55, maybe close to 60 tonight, which is perfect weather. Can't ask for anything better than that for Las Vegas. We have a spot at the very far end of this row. A lot of nice rigs here. They have an inspection policy here. If your trailer's more than 10 years old, they have to, I guess, inspect you to make sure that your rig is in suitable, presentable condition for their resort. I'm not so sure I agree with that, but I passed no problem, so I was able to get in, and I didn't expect to have a problem. I would say this park is about 60% full, maybe closer to 70, being a holiday weekend and all. But again, this is the perfect time of year to be in Vegas. I'm still trying to get in touch with my aunt Mela and my cousins. I'm going to make some phone calls and see if I can get in touch with them this evening and see if we can maybe hook up tomorrow. And if not, I don't know if we're going to spend the day here tomorrow or maybe head on to Zion a day early. We'll just have to wait and see. And here's Home Sweet Home in 139. And Elena's out walking Buddy. See if I can zoom in. This little camera doesn't zoom in all that well. But there she is, giving him his exercise. Let me see if I can get her to say a few words, if she'll even hear me. Hey!
I'll you can turn the recorder off.
That's all you have to say?
Huh?
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, pictures are fine. I don't like the recorder.
All right. All right. Well,
No privacy.
we're going to sign out for now. Elena needs some privacy. We'll talk to you later.
Don't tell me you narrated your trip to the food store.
No, I didn't narrate my trip to the food store. Signing out for now. Adios. Greetings from St. George, Utah. This is Saturday, about 10 after 3, and we just pulled off in St. George. We left Las Vegas around 1 o'clock. Had a nice scenic drive up here, and just stopping now to take 5. Found
And I'm ready for my close-up, right?
and Elena's ready for her close-up.
No, I'm not.
She had her privacy break yesterday, and
Privacy break.
you said you needed privacy yesterday when I signed off. Anyhow, we think we're gonna maybe go across the way to that Jack in the Box there, and
Videotape Jack in the Box.
I wanted to stop in St. George, as my dad always talked about this place, and the thought of maybe
I was the one that
buying
asked you to
property
stop here.
one day here. So anyhow,
You didn't
here
want to
here
pull
we are.
over.
Here we are, and we're gonna go
Don't lie.
get a
You
quick
didn't want
break.
to pull over. I was the one that told you needed to pull over for a break.
Well, I was gonna stop here
No,
too.
you weren't.
I just needed to.
There's that dinosaur museum.
Well, maybe we'll go.
It's on Riverside Drive or something.
Well, I don't know where that is around here, but
They said about an hour for that, but I don't think you're interested in looking at fossil bones. And
not particularly. No.
well, they have the dinosaur footprint, 200 million years old,
Well, we'll have.
and on a farm.
Well, we'll see. All right, we're gonna go in, grab a quick bite, and we'll report from the campground. Unfortunately, I called the campground, and the site that we have originally for 3 days, which was effective tomorrow, is not available today. So they may have to put us in a different site, and then I'll have to just kind of make a determination when we get there whether or not I just want to stay in that site they give me or move again tomorrow into the one that I originally reserved. So we'll have to see. We're only about 20, maybe 25 miles away from Virgin, Utah. Okay, signing out. Here we are again. Virgin River RV Park in Virgin, Utah, about 15 miles west of Zion National Park. Got here about 4. Just finished getting everything set up. Weather's nice. Park is nice. Pretty full. And we had a visitor next to us, but they pulled out about an hour ago. So apparently it's free admission at the national parks through tomorrow. So that's increased the amount of traffic for this time of year. But it's about 6:30 right now, closer to 7, and Elena's got some fajitas on the frying pan. I don't think she knows I'm filming. We'll wait for her to come out. Let me just take a quick pan shot. You'll get a chance to see some of the cliffs and hills and the color. Our view is kind of obstructed. Let's take a look at this over here. Just a taste of what we're going to be experiencing, I'm sure, over the next few weeks. Pan it back around. Now let's go see what the chef has got cooking. First of all, here's Buddy. Hey Bud, you having a good time yet? You having a good time? Are you enjoying the trip? Well, he's been sleeping most of the time. Let's check the chef here. What you got cooking?
Quesadilla. Now it's not the time. All right.
Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Well, we're going to have a little late dinner. Tomorrow, I think we'll start with the barbecuing. We'll be here for a few days. So we'll sign out for now. All right. Well, finally, Elena was giving some unsolicited commentary there. Nobody wants to see me in the picture, she said. But I have a couple of Facebook friends who've already said, put yourself in the picture. Anyhow, we finally made it to Utah, and now we think the real vacation is about to begin. Like I said in the last video, we got here okay. Beautiful scenery. St. George looks like a real nice town, and not too crowded. Utah looks very nice so far. We're in a different time zone now. I guess it's in mountain time here, so we had to advance the clock 1 hour. So it's 8:20, and I'm used to it being 7:20. But we're going to go ahead and get a good night's sleep and head into Zion National Park tomorrow. Check the place out, see what it looks like there, and see how crowded it is. I guess admission in all the national parks is free. I think I already said that. That ends tomorrow, by the way, Elena.
Tomorrow?
Free admission ends tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you said in the end of this month.
Well, I was wrong. The guy told me it was tomorrow. So that's increased the traffic. Anyhow, we're going to sign off for now. Wish all of you who celebrate Easter a very happy Easter, and for Passover and other holidays. So with that, we bid. Easter Sunday, about 12 o'clock noon. We're here at Zion National Park. Just parked the car in the visitor center, and we're going to get ready to go inside. Elena's a little bit anxious to get going, but I wanted to just take a quick panorama of the valley here. Shuttles only in the park to go see the sights, but just to give you an idea of the majesty of this place. So I did the full 360, and now we're going to head on inside the park before Elena really gets mad at me. Adios. Alright, well, we went in the visitor center and inquired about service dog policy, and as I thought, we're in luck. As long as your dog is suitably marked as a service animal, he's allowed on all the shuttles and all the trails of the park. So, let me pan down to Buddy over here. As you can see, I came prepared with this hearing dog vest. Well worth the investment. So we're going to take the shuttle. Here comes Elena from the truck. We're going to take the shuttle and go see the sights. Okay, here's stop 1. Court of the Patriarchs. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Now back to the show. Okay, now we're at Weeping Rock stop. And we're going to take a little hike here. Try to block some of the sunlight from distorting the picture. Absolutely fantastic scenery. Really spectacular. Doing a full 360 here. Just gorgeous. The park is not crowded. Of course, it's Easter Sunday, and we really lucked out, I think, with traffic. So that's a 270 view. Here I'll take the rest of the 360 through the trees. There's the shuttle bus system that runs through the park. You can't take your private vehicle. And then Elena's heading up towards that trail. So I'm going to shut this down and catch up to it. Okay, we hiked up to the Weeping Falls. We're on the back side of the waterfall, and it's kind of drippy here with wetness, but the picture of the canyon is worth the little hike up the hill, as you can see. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Elena and Buddy are headed back down the hill. So I think I'm lagging behind as usual, and I will go ahead and catch up with them. Okay, here we are at Big Bend, and it's another 360 panorama here. We're going to start off here. Okay, Elena, what are some of these? What are these called? This is what, the organ?
Right to your left. Right there, up there. No, not yet. Up there, that's Angel Landing.
Okay.
Very top.
Okay.
Okay, and then when you see that white outcrop,
Yeah.
that's the Great White Drum.
Okay.
And then next to that, to the left of that, is the organ.
Ah, that's the organ. Okay.
It's quite chilly here.
Well, because there's no sun. All right. Well, we got our pictures here. We're gonna. Yeah. What do you say, Bud? Having a good time? So far, so good with Buddy. Now we're at the top edge of the Zion Canyon. Darn sun. We're taking the hike, about a 1 mile hike up to where the trail begins. The trail is closed, I guess, because of high water. But we're going to take the mile walk up to the narrowest part of the canyon. All right, off we go. Away we go. Okay, well, we made it to the end of the trail, and as you can see, the Narrows Trail is closed at the moment due to high water. So we went as far into the canyon as we could go. As you can see, very narrow in this area. Stunning, stunning scenery. Elena and Buddy are taking a rest. Buddy's going to get a drink of water here real quick. The trail was a little over a mile from the tram stop. Very easy to make. That's looking back down. I just wanted to get a quick picture of the sun shining off of these cliffs. And of course the Virgin River running at a pretty good rate. Alright, well, we're walking back on the trail that went to the Narrows, and we're headed back to the last tram stop. And we're going to head from there back to a couple of spots that we passed on the way up. We're going to go to the Zion Lodge and check it out. Where's Elena? There she is. She and Buddy are on their way back to the main trail. So off we go to Zion Lodge. I don't know if I got this waterfall or not on the way up. So what do you think of Zion?
My first reaction was, that's it? Well, Zion is, very pretty, very interesting rock formation, sandstone, very majestic.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm. Something different. It's something that you don't see in California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
but we didn't go to the Narrows. I was kind of disappointed about that. But the water was too high, so they closed off the Narrows. And we went as far as we could. Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll check in at the lodge. All right. We're walking a half a mile to the Zion Lodge. where we're going to get, I think, ice cream or maybe a late lunch. It's 3:45, actually 3:40. We've been here for a little over 3 hours. Elena wants me to take a picture of these cliffs. There we go. I didn't know we had company. All right, we'll take a few pictures at the lodge. Ice cream in hand, hopefully. Well, I got my ice cream, and it's going to be wolfed down in a hurry. All right, Easter evening. Steak is on the fire. I already barbecued some chicken for the dog and Elena. Now I've got top sirloin steaks for myself. Not all for tonight. Weather is coming in. I had to put the awning down. It got windy, and we're going to have, I guess, thunder showers. There's lightning in the distance as well. So we came home from the park just in the nick of time. Well, we had a good day today. Hope everybody enjoyed their Easter holiday, and hope you enjoyed the video. In a few minutes I'm going to go inside and chow down, and we'll look to post more adventure tomorrow and report on things as we have a second day here in Zion National Park. It was a great day today. So happy Easter to all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Now, good morning. It's Monday, the 25th of April, about 10:30 Mountain Time. We're getting ready to head out to the east side of Zion Park and do some exploring out there, and who knows, maybe even go somewhere else. There's lots to see around here. We're also going to go through the Mount Carmel Tunnel today and inquire with the ranger about what fee I have to pay to be escorted through that tunnel with the trailer either tomorrow or on Wednesday, because we have to go through there on our way up to Bryce Canyon. So that tunnel is 80 years old and it's narrow, and so all the books say that trailers have to have an escort. So I'll look into that later. I wanted to take a few quick shots of the RV park here, the Zion River RV Park. Really nice place, and it's emptied out quite a bit since Saturday, really. A lot of people went home Sunday morning. More people are leaving today. And the park sits right on the Virgin River, which of course runs right through Zion Canyon. And from the rain last night, the river is running rather briskly. As you can see, the rain let go to clear skies, gave way to clear skies today, and we're expecting good weather for the foreseeable future. I'm standing on a little berm here, or a little levee, and I'm just doing a 360 shot, and you can see our trailer is off there in the distance. So we're going to go ahead and load up the car. Buddy's still sleeping from yesterday, but we're just going to have to wake him up from his slumber and have him keep on going. And we'll report back from some unknown destination on the east side of the park later. Okay, we're back in Zion Park, and we're at the intersection where you go one way up into the canyon, which is where we were yesterday, and you can go to the right this way towards the tunnel and the east entrance. And that's where we're headed. So Elena's here, and so is Buddy, and we're going to hop in the car and head over to the tunnel. Okay, we're heading up the switchbacks to the tunnel, and that little opening in the rock there is where the tunnel's at. That's like a window in the tunnel. So there we go, just showing a view of the canyon from up here on this road. Beautiful. Elena's taking some shots from the window of the car. Okay, off to the tunnel. Okay, we came through the tunnel, and it's interesting how the topography changed once we came through that tunnel. The hills are much more rounded as opposed to sheer up and down. It's like around every turn there's something new to look at. It really is gorgeous. You could see the swirls in the rocks. There's Elena with Buddy. I guess he's going to stretch his legs. We're going to drive a few more miles, probably just to the east boundary of the park, and then we'll turn around and head back the way we came. Elena just hiked to the top of the mountain.
Are you recording me?
Yes. What do you see up there?
The question is how I'm going to get down.
That's why I've got the recorder running. Actually, I think I'll spare you though. I'll spare you. I won't film you coming down. Okay, now we're only a couple of miles from the east entrance of the park. We stopped again here at a little pullout. Buddy's checking it out, and Elena is admiring all the stratification that is in these gentle, smooth-like stones, rock. Very, very interesting. Never really seen anything like it before. So we're gonna go a couple more miles to the entrance and then find a place to turn around and come back. This is the way we're gonna be coming with the trailer either tomorrow or Wednesday on the way to Bryce Canyon. And the road looks very doable. I'm not concerned. Well, we pulled off to the side of the road. We just hit the east entrance and are turned around and are coming back. Buddy's barking because Elena made me stop, and she dashed out of the car and ran to climb that little butte over there. Let me try to zero in on her as best I can. There she is, standing on top of the world, doing a little dance. So you won't, I mean, she flew like a bat out of hell to get up there. Let's see how she gets down. I think she's pondering that fact. I think Buddy's wondering how she's going to get down too. Well, she made it. Alright, I'm going to get a still shot of her before she gets too close to the car. Okay, we're watching Elena. She must have part mountain goat in her background. She's climbing all over these rocks. But she seems to be enjoying herself. Now she's figuring out what the best path down is. I'm not venturing too far up there because I have a bad knee as it is. That is not bothering me at the moment. And I'm not going to press my luck by climbing on those rocks. But Elena's giving us a good show there.
Lots of liking though.
We could show movies. Okay, come on down from there, Billy Goat.
There we go.
Mountain goat, I guess. Interesting dismount. Okay, back to the car. Buddy's getting nervous. Okay, we're on our way. Just came back through that tunnel, and we're going to be exiting the park shortly. And I wanted to get one more shot of the panoramas. I don't think we'll get a chance to see it tomorrow. I think we're going to head to Bryce Canyon tomorrow. But just again, some of the majesty of the sights here. I'm going to try to shield from the sun to the best that I can to get some of these shots. Okay, there's our full 360. Well, it's a little after 3 o'clock. We're back from Zion, and we went down to Laverkin, about 8 miles from here, to get gas and to pick up a few things at the market. And as soon as we got out of the car, Buddy over here, poor guy, so exhausted. I think he's still tired from yesterday. So he's taking a little snooze. And he likes to do this at home. He'll sun himself out in the backyard. He kind of blends in nicely with the rock here. But I don't know. I think he just is soaking it all in. I may do a little sunbathing myself. We're not going to do anything else today, I don't think. I may go to the pool, take a few laps, and maybe take out a lawn chair and recline here under the awning and ponder our move tomorrow to Bryce Canyon. I think it's about upwards of 100 miles from here. We'll have to check the map book and double check that. Alright, signing out for now. We are at the end of day 5. Our time here at Zion is coming to a close, and we're going to be heading out midday tomorrow for Bryce Canyon. Tomorrow is going to be probably the toughest drive the entire trip. There's a significant elevation change, plus the narrow roads through the Mount Carmel Tunnel and Zion National Park. But I took that road earlier today. You've seen the videos of it, and I'm very confident that I'll get through in one piece. But we're going to go from about 3,500 feet elevation right now here at Zion up to 8,500 feet at Bryce Canyon City. So I'm sure we're going to have a few Lucy and Desi long trailer moments along the way. But all my research says the roads are passable and hopefully very scenic, and we'll have a good time and just take our time. And if you get a video tomorrow night, you'll know we made it there in one piece. So we won't leave very early tomorrow. It's 116 miles, but it will be 2-lane state highway all the way, winding. So it will probably take us about 4 to 5 hours. We'll hope to be out of here by 10:30, 11 o'clock. We're going to have leftovers for dinner. I have a couple of steaks left. There's chicken left. And we're just going to kind of take it easy tonight. I think Elena is going to go to the clubhouse and watch Dancing with the Stars, because there is really no TV reception out here. So with that, hope you enjoyed the day with us, and we will report tomorrow, either from the side of the road on the way to Bryce Canyon, or more likely maybe at the campground near Bryce Canyon. So until then, we will. Well, good morning. It's Tuesday the 26th, about 9:30 Central, actually Mountain Time. I'm getting ready to hitch up soon to head to Bryce Canyon. The wind came through last night and it's still windy. Winds are going to be sustained 25 to 35, maybe upwards of 40, all the way up to Bryce Canyon. So we're going to find out how aerodynamic Airstreams really are today. I was topping off the propane tank here, and I found a problem. And as you can see here, this quick connect plastic cover here is cracked. And it's a good thing I saw that. This was not the tank I was using, but I did have the valve on. I was using the other tank, and I took it apart to get it filled, and I noticed this crack. That is not safe. That on the road could have cracked completely through and fallen off, and with an open cylinder, that would have been a potentially hazardous situation. So I've turned this valve off. The store here at the campground does not have this type of quick connect valve. So when I get to Bryce Canyon, I'll see if they have it, and if they don't, then I will just remove the valve completely, and I will go back to the old threaded connector, which is right there, which will go right into the valve of the tank. But this tank is shut down. I've got a full tank here running, and of course I want to have access to both tanks because it's going to be very cold in Bryce Canyon. Okay, wanted to give you an update on the situation, and we'll report somewhere on the road. Adios. Okay, it's 12:15 Mountain. We're back in Zion Park. We stopped on the switchback. We're about a quarter of a mile from the tunnel. We're going to be going in the tunnel shortly, and again, beautiful here. Elena stopped for a quick bathroom break, and then we're going to zip on the tunnel out through the east end and up US 89 towards Bryce Canyon. May make a couple other stops if there's a lot of scenic pullouts. We may pull over with the trailer and take a few more pictures and brief videos. Okay, we're getting ready to go into the tunnel. We've been cleared. We're going to drive right down the middle of the road with the lights on, and we'll check in when we get to the other side. Okay, we're making one other stop along the side of the road here before we exit Zion. Just wanted to make a quick check of the trailer, make sure everything came through the tunnel okay. Elena's checking her BlackBerry, so we're gonna get back on the road. Well, we're saying goodbye to Zion. The east gate is right up ahead here. We've enjoyed our stay, and now it's off to Bryce Canyon. Okay, we just made the turn onto US Highway 89. We're going to be on this road for 45 miles heading north. There's a pretty good wind blowing. I just wanted to stop and take a picture of this formation or mesa. I hope the wind is not too loud into the microphone of this camera. But we came out of Zion okay, and I think it's gradually uphill now from here. So the sign that we just passed said 60 miles to Bryce Canyon. I've traveled about 30 so far. That would make the total trip under 100 miles. We'll have to see. Alright, that's it for now. Okay, we just turned off of Highway 89 and now we're on State Route 12. And we're about 13 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. And the campground is, I don't know, maybe a mile or so outside the entrance. So we should be there in no time. It is pretty windy and it is cold, but other than that, conditions are okay. Okay, well, we're about 11 miles outside of Bryce Canyon City, entering the Dixie National Forest. It's cold, definitely in the low 40s, and a pretty good wind is blowing. I'm trying to shield the camera as best I can to prevent the wind from playing havoc with the microphone. We got here okay. It's pretty high elevation. Look back the way we came. I'm shooting into the wind now, and you can see how high we are. That's like a step or a plateau out there. And Elena's going to take Buddy for a quick little stretch. I think we're going to stop here and probably have a sandwich too, because when I get to the campground I'll be busy unhooking. It's better that we eat now. It's about, I think it's about 2 o'clock Mountain Time. We made good time getting up here. I really can't complain about the road. It was a gradual climb all the way, pretty much a steady headwind all the way. Although now that we're headed east, it's more of a cross from the back. But we're going to get there just fine, and we'll report probably from the campground. Okay, Elena's fixing lunch. I thought I would take this little trail up to a viewpoint here just to get a snapshot of some of these hoodoo formations. And it's very different from Zion, that's for sure. We're about 6,500 elevation here, 6,500 feet elevation. And the wind is pretty bad, so I won't stay on long. We're going to grab lunch and then head to the campground.
Alright, he's coming through. He came through. Now he has no place to stop.
Here we are in Bryce Canyon City, Utah. It's about 5:30 Mountain Time. And I've got the trailer parked. I've been out running for the last hour trying to find the connection part to my LP tank that I've noticed was cracked this morning. To no avail. After 3 general stores and little mom and pop organizations, no luck. So I'm just going to have to connect the tank the old-fashioned way with a wrench, and everything will be fine. It's going to be 21 degrees here tonight. There's the RV park, if I didn't get the sign. When I originally pulled in, They wanted me to park right next to that fifth wheel over there, off in the distance. And the site was so uneven, I didn't have enough blocks to get the trailer level. So I asked for another site. Plus that guy's slide out was a little too close for my comfort. So the lady said, well, if you don't mind being on the top, if you don't mind not being on the top plateau, we'll put you somewhere else. I said, sure, go right ahead. So they put us down beneath here, and I actually kind of like the site better. No TV reception here whatsoever. That doesn't really surprise me. And it's going to get down to 21 degrees tonight. So they've already advised me to disconnect the water for the evening. But the furnace will get a workout. The wind has died down a little bit. It's really been quite gusty. Still really is gusty on and off. I'd say the temperature is about low 40s, minus whatever the wind chill might be. So here's home. I'm going to go inside and see what Elena's up to. My guess is she's reading a book or taking a nap. I've got Buddy with me. So here's our place to call home for the next 3 days. We'll check in again later. Well, day 6 is in the books. We got here to Bryce Canyon City in relatively good time. Took us about 3.5 hours. Of course, we made several stops along the way. The truck did great. The road was not as bad as I expected. And the elevation here is a little lower than I had thought. It's 7,777 feet. And the national park, I guess, is even higher elevation. So we climbed about a little over 4,000 feet today. And we had some fun doing it. Headwind all the way. 25-30 mile per hour headwind. Total distance traveled from Zion, 96 miles even. You probably could see in the picture here, Elena's taking a little snooze on the couch. It's 6:30 Mountain Time. Having a hard time getting used to the hour ahead. It just doesn't seem that late. It doesn't get dark here until very late in the evening as a result of being an hour ahead. But such is life, I guess, when you're in the mountain time zone. So, like I have said before, it's very cold up here. The food in the refrigerator is already freezing. Ice cream in the freezer, like a stone. Can't even penetrate it with a spoon. And I've got the refrigerator on its warmest setting, but with these absorption refrigerators, they respond to what the outside air temperature is. So if it's going to be 21 outside, the inside of that refrigerator and freezer is going to be close to 0. The refrigerator well below freezing. So maybe we'll have to eat some vegetables tonight so that they don't spoil on us. But that being said, we're here. We're looking forward to an exciting day in Bryce Canyon National Park tomorrow. The weather is supposed to warm slightly, maybe with slightly less winds. But here, I guess warm is anything, for this time of year, it's anything in the 50s is warm. So we will dress appropriately and go have a good time in the park tomorrow. So with that, we will see you again tomorrow. It's Wednesday morning, April 27th, here in Bryce Canyon City. The sun is rising, and about 7 o'clock, got up to let Buddy out, and it's cold. My water pipe over here, I disconnected it last night per instructions, but it's like a popsicle. So it's going to take a while for that thing to thaw out. Fortunately, our water tank is full. So we're going to run off of the internal water tank for showers this morning. My guess is that thing there won't melt until the sun shines on it for a couple of hours. Okay, it's about 11:30 Mountain Time. We're just on our way out, getting ready to head into Bryce Canyon National Park. It's only a half-mile down the road. Beautiful day today. Not a cloud in the sky. Just a little bit of wind. Standing in the sun, it feels good. Probably about, 50 degrees, low 50s. But you step in the shade or any little bit of wind and you really feel it. Let me pan around, give you an idea of this RV park here. Elena's way off there in the distance, walking Buddy before we hit the road. Pretty expansive place, probably 10% full, if that. And given the weather, I can totally understand the high vacancy. I would imagine things don't pick up here until after school lets out. Okay, here we are at the entrance to Bryce Canyon. Elena is standing at the sign here.
What's behind door number 1?
She's doing her Carol Merrill.
Entrance to Bryce Canyon.
There you go. That was a nice little Carol Merrill imitation from Let's Make a Deal. Alright, we're going to go inside and check things out. Well, we're inside the park, and we've decided that we're going to take the road all the way down 18 miles to the very bottom of the park, and we'll then start looking at the overlooks from down at the bottom end and work our way back up to the visitor center and to the lodge. So we'll be down there in about a half an hour at the first stop. Okay, here we are at Rainbow Point, southernmost point in the park, and I'm just doing a panorama here. Elena, I'm doing one of my famous panoramas. She didn't hear me. Beautiful. And there are even more beautiful places up ahead. What do you think, Elena?
Beautiful.
Beautiful?
Mm-hmm. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah. We're going to shut it down, and we've got like another dozen or so stops as we work our way back up to the main entrance of the park. This is Black Birch Canyon. This is Ponderosa Point. What were you saying about the color?
The sunglasses. Look at my sunglasses.
I'm filming.
Yeah, I see. Well, just try it. It makes them more red.
We left Buddy in the car this time.
With a nice powdery skin.
Let me zoom in towards him. He's not liking the fact that we left him in the car. We're going to go get him now. We're going to have lunch soon.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say?
This is Agua Canyon. We're having a good time. The park is beautiful. Won't you agree, Elena?
What?
The park is beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bud? I think Buddy likes it too.
Okay, well...
Pan around so they can see it.
Mm-hmm. Aren't you going to make your usual commentary?
No, but look at that thing, that big piece of rock. How does it not fall over?
I'm sure eventually it will.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
It's supposed to. There was one that's supposed to look like a poodle.
Well, we'll have
but
to
I don't
look
think it's
for it.
here. I think we missed it. Yeah. Would it be something if I were to drop this and it rolled down?
Yeah, that would make your day, I know. Beautiful. All right, we're going to head on to the next stop. This is the Natural Bridge Lookout. Named after the bridge, or the arch. Beautiful. Beautiful. And wondering how crowded the park is? Not very. Hardly anybody here. We love it. This is Farview Point. Gorgeous scenery. God only knows how far out you could see. 100 miles maybe? Beautiful. I took a short trail from the Farview Point over here to what's called Piracy Point, just to get a quick glimpse of the formations from this side. But isn't this beautiful? And I think the snow on top even adds to the beauty. Well, I'm going to head back to the car. Elena and Buddy didn't come with me. Dogs, even service animals, are not allowed on the trails here, only at the lookouts and on the paved roads. So this park has a different policy than Zion did. But the trails are kind of muddy, and it's so cold up here, we weren't planning on doing any hiking anyways. This is the Swamp Canyon Overlook, and we're a little over halfway back to the lodge and the main entrance of the park. We stopped here for lunch. Okay, Elena.
I don't have anything to say.
Elena doesn't have anything to say because she's got that sandwich in her hand. And Buddy is waiting for pieces of that sandwich, as you could see. So we stopped here for lunch. It's a beautiful day.
Cold.
And cold, as Elena, I agree, it is cold. Way too cold to go hiking. But we're going to wolf down these sandwiches and then finish up our tour of the park. I think all the real famous sites are yet to be seen. Sunrise and Sunset and Bryce Point.
And Fairyland. Fairyland is the best place.
Fairyland and Fairyland. So we're headed there now. And it's upwards of, I think, 2 o'clock here. So another late lunch. Well, we'll check in later. Okay, here we are at Bryce Point, just in time for the wind to pick up. Sure is pretty here. Now this is scenery for sure. Much more expansive. And I think we may walk all the way to that little outcropping out there in the distance. Elena's taking some still shots. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Here's more of Bryce Point. The wind is blowing very hard. It's going to be difficult to hear in the camera. There's people down there. Yeah. Okay, now I'm at the Peria Viewpoint. I think that's how it's pronounced, I'm not sure. And this is another stunning overlook here. Elena opted not to come to this viewpoint. It was quite a walk. She stayed with Buddy in the car. She said it's all hoodoos. She wants to go see Fairyland. She says that's the place to see here. And we're headed there next. Let me walk over here. Look over the ledge. Where did I see it? These pillars are amazing. How they just stand freely. I think this is where you try to appreciate the depth. But something I've never seen before, that's for sure. Well worth the trip. we've had a good time here. We've got a couple more stops to make in the park, and then we'll be heading out. Out there, off in the distance to the northeast, is Torrey, Utah, and we'll be headed there either tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet what we're going to do. But let's go catch the last couple of lookouts. So we've got sunrise, sunset, Fairyland, and I want to get a picture of the lodge also. Okay, here we are at Inspiration Point. Elena and Buddy are checking it out, and so am I.
Isn't that interesting?
Very beautiful. Apparently you could take a trail all the way up to the top. You can see it there, but dogs aren't allowed on the trail. And I don't think I feel like making that steep climb. So we'll just stay down here. Alright, off to the next stop. Okay, Sunset Canyon. Or actually Sunset Point. We'll do a panoramic shot. Look at that chasm down there. Shooting all the way around. Beautiful. I think Buddy's ready to go back to the trailer and take a little nap.
Bye-bye. Did you want to go bye-bye?
We've only got a couple more stops.
You want to go bye-bye?
Shall we head off now to the lodge? Let's head for the lodge.
Want that ice cream?
Maybe we'll get an ice cream while we're there. Okay, here's a few quick seconds of the Bryce Canyon Lodge. And it looks like it's been here for a while. I don't know the history on it, but it looks like it's been around for upwards of 100 years. Came in hoping for a snack shack to get maybe a ice cream cone, but no luck. Only dine in. So maybe at the next stop. Okay, here's Sunrise Point. Second to the last stop. There's a trail going down here, several people on it. We would have walked it, but like I said earlier, even service dogs aren't allowed on the trails in this park. And I didn't feel like carrying Buddy in the papoose. Although I would imagine the view looking up at these formations is just as good as it is looking down. Last stop is going to be, I think, Fairyland, and then we'll exit the park. Oh, we're on our way to Fairyland, and we have a little visitor cross the road there. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's cutting some sort of an antler. Doesn't look like it's too old. Buddy's going bananas. Alright, this is the last stop, Fairyland Canyon. Elena and I left Buddy in the car, and we're going to take this little trail that you're going to see shortly. Right over there. We're going to take it not too far, just to drop down. And she's calling me, so off I go to the trail. Okay, well, I'm on this trail. Elena's quite a ways up ahead. Just trying to give you an idea for how steep it is. And this trail isn't in the best of shape. Holes, very uneven ground. I'm going to zoom in on Elena. Hopefully you'll be able to see her. She was waving a second ago. I don't think she knows that I'm filming. Oh, there she goes. That's as close as I can get to her with this. I'm going to try to walk farther down. You can see the path that I have to take. Okay, we've come about quarter-mile down this trail, took a few pictures. Elena is standing down there pondering whether or not to continue. This is a 4-hour trail. We left Buddy in the car. He's not even barking, he's so exhausted. So Elena, using her mountain goat qualities again, climbing the hoodoos. Let's take one more panoramic shot. This is a good way, this is a fitting way to end our time in Bryce Canyon. We had a real good day. A little cold. It's nice now, but it was cold earlier, and it's going to start to cool off again real soon. But here's a more of a looking up view from the formations. And again, this is Fairyland Canyon. Very nice. And that steep grade there, that's what we have to climb back up to get back to the road. So if you don't get any more video after this, you'll know that I had a heart attack and fell down into the cavern below. Well, we had a good day 7. Today was day 7, right? I think it was day 7. A week today that we've been gone. Today's the 7th
You
day.
didn't tell me you had the 3/4 on.
I've got Chef Elena here making fajitas for dinner. We're actually going to have dinner at a decent time tonight, probably before 6 o'clock. So we had a real good time in Bryce Canyon. The sights there were spectacular. Other than the cool weather, we really couldn't be more pleased. It was a once in a lifetime, I think, opportunity to see that, and I doubt that we're going to see anything like it on the rest of the trip, but we look forward to the other destinations. Tomorrow is a rest day for us. We have nothing scheduled other than house cleaning and laundry, since we've been on the road for a week now, so we need to take care of some of that business. If we do anything, we might tour the little town here, if you want to call it a town, but I doubt you'll be getting any pictures or video on Thursday. But Friday we will make the drive to Torrey, Utah to see Capitol Reef National Park. So with that, I should also mention one of the casualties that I had from the deep freeze last night, my water filter. I didn't bring it inside even though it was turned off. It cracked the bottom, busted the bottom right out of it. We had a hard freeze last night. It's going to get down to maybe 27 tonight. So I'm not even going to install this, and the hose will be put away inside the trailer so that it doesn't freeze tonight like it did last night. But other than that, we're cozy and hanging in there just fine. Alright, we probably won't be talking again until Friday. Until then, we're going to go inside and chow down. See you later.